Alright, what's up guys, Spider here, and today we are going to be finishing off the Valiant EQ. So, as I talked about this, I didn't just want to go over, and show the other maps. I kind of wanted to play through it together with you, so this is the very last lane. And as I go through these fights, which I'm going to play flawlessly, I'm going to talk a little bit about how I feel about it, what I feel needs to be improved, and if I like it or not. Because honestly, I've seen a lot of hate regarding this game mode, a lot of hate regarding the side quest, and I don't really agree. I don't really agree with a lot of the hate. I see where it is coming from, but I still think that this is one of the best game modes that we've gotten in a while, to be quite fair. So, let's get into the first fight here. First off, let's talk about the health pools. I think that these fights are managed very well. I think that, it's side quest, potential that doesn't actually give us, something that's impossible to do. I've played, side quests in the past, and especially the past few years. As you can tell, I am a veteran of the game. I've been playing for 10 years. I played a bunch of the new side quests that they used to put out. Like, there used to be content I was never able to do. Then again, I never really played the game, like I was supposed to. I always just kind of tapped the screen, had some fun with some characters, and that was it. Now that I have been doing YouTube, my account is bigger, so I get that, I have a bit of an advantage spending on the game, and I have a bit of an advantage, learning the game. So what I want to talk about is that I don't believe that the difficulty is here for the side quest, which I actually do like. I think that the fights are very average in terms of difficulty. I think that it's a good level of difficulty, and I think for something that is called a monthly quest, I think it's fine where it is. I don't think that it needs to really change very much. I think that this is a very well managed piece of content. I think that this is exactly kind of what I've been asking for. Like, I had even said in a previous one of my videos that I was like, you know what, my biggest complaint is that I have all these characters, I have all these random champions, I'd like to be able to use them in the game. And, then I also said, I like Valiant EQ, but I need content that I can use synergies with. This content has been that way, where I can use, synergy champions here, and I can have a good time in the game. I can bring in 3 champions of the same. It does lock synergies, like you can't take, every champion in here. But, hold on, I'm just gonna watch this special damage. Come on, let's see if it kills him. Gosh, dude, he's broken. You can bring, a few synergy champions in. Like last time, I actually did White Mags and Gentle, and let me tell you, the damage was insane. I finished the Agent Venom fight on the other side of the map in 1 SP2. It was ridiculous, like just ridiculous. Now my Gentle is at rank 4, but another one of my points here that I'd like to mention is I think that if we're doing this for the length of the month, like, I like to get all this content done right away, so does, everybody else, because we want to get the rewards, we want to go ahead and, further our accounts, and then we want to just kind of focus on Battlegrounds for the rest of the season, which is kind of how this stuff goes. But this is labeled as monthly content, and like I said before, this is content that's supposed to be done throughout the, the length of the month. And if I was somebody who wasn't playing Battlegrounds, who wasn't playing professionally, and I had a month to do this content, I'd be fine with that. It gives you time to go through, collect a few rewards, get a little bit of revives, get some units, get some ISO, and just kind of have a good time. Something that I've seen a lot of people complain about, and this is kind of the point where I'm not going to say it's getting into the negatives, but it's definitely getting into kind of my confusion, is the first 3 fights are 1 lane. And they follow the old procedure of taking in 3 champs, going to the next one. And then, fighting bosses in between, which is kind of cool, okay? You get to, train fighting these champions. What I don't get is that the last 2 quests are 2 lanes. And this is a lot of fights. Like, I was going to finish all of this on stream last night, which I'm usually able to, to finish all these Valiant EQ quests on a stream. And when I came on here, I got to the third lane. I'm like, the first 3 fights, you know, it took me a little bit to get through. And then I got to the last 3 and I realized it was going to be 2-laned. This reminds me a lot of how the original monthly event quest was. Like, they have the Throne Breaker. This reminds me a lot of kind of how it was before. Oh, I'm going to take Kingpin in here. I'm actually going to show you guys this. Let's see if I can get it. We'll do Magneto, and then we'll just bring... Who do we want to bring in here? We're going to Strife, my SIG 120 Strife. Alright, so this kind of reminds me of how the old event quest was. So if none of you guys had ever played the old event quest, what it basically was is that you had, you know, 6 lanes at the very end. And, you know, the beginning starts off with 3, you know, and then 3, and then 4, 5, and then the last quest was 6 each. And it took time. It took a really long time to do. And if you didn't have the right champions, you know, you weren't looking at the nodes, it was probably going to be a bit difficult. So this, I feel, is really bringing it back to the sense of, you know, this is an event quest difficulty, and they're slowly finding what works for them and what doesn't. Now, the thing that I do not like is the fact that when we did get into this, you know, they changed it from last month, and I get it, they're testing new things out, but unless it's going to be for the boss, they need to avoid doing the 2 lanes, because it was such a drag doing this on a quest that wasn't even fighting the new boss. Like, I could say, you know, if it was only for the last 2 and I'm fighting the Maker and then I get to fight the High Evolutionary, it's a good way of training against these champions. Like, it's a really good way of fighting them multiple times with nodes, with champions in between, like preparing for them. Like, I think that that's a very, very good way of, you know, doing this Valiant EQ, because it prepares you. You learn something out of it of how to, you know, fight these people, and then you know, you're left with some knowledge and some good rewards. I do like that. But having three full lanes in this, 3 quests with two is pushing the limit for me. I think that it was, honestly, it was such a drag for me, because as soon as I saw that I had to do 3, I turned my stream off. I was done. I was like, you know what? I'm not doing this. This is going to take me way longer than I expected. There was no, you know, warning that this was going to happen. And, you know, it kind of irritated me. But as, you know, as I said, that was kind of my only complaint. Was he going to do it? No, he didn't do a crazy amount of damage there. That's okay. Let's see if we can take him out. Oh my gosh, we're going to push him to SP3. No. We'll hold. Nice. I'm probably playing gentle wrong. That's okay, though, because I'm trying to get through this. But, yeah, I think that this Valiant EQ, I think it's getting a lot more hate than it, you know, truly needs, because I think that for the rewards that it is giving and the summoner, you know, event points, I think this is a really good step in the right direction. I think that this is kind of more content that Kabam needs to lead into for the community, and giving, you know, us the ability to use the rest of our roster. Like, you know, I have a SIG, natural SIG 140 Strife here, guys. Natural SIG 140, and I never ever use Strife, ever. So being able to, like, at least take my champion into the game mode here and test him out, I think is a ton of fun. I think that, you know, this is something that I've been looking forward to, because, you know, I miss kind of being able to use what I pay for. I miss being able to test my roster. It's why I really like this new card game mode. You know, I haven't fully put my thoughts together on it yet. I'm not really sure how to feel about it, other than I think that if they continue building upon what they've already made, I think that this is something to help out. Now, I was talking with a few people. I do think that this game mode was implemented to, you know, clear the cache of a lot of players. And I don't mean in real life cache, I mean like the entity cache. I think that so many people have energy refills that are just disappearing and overflowing, that, you know, they don't want people farming revives. So what I think that they're doing is making sure that those energy refills are getting out of the cache, and that's the best way to do it. I mean, you throw in a game mode that you can play really quick, you can refresh in a matter of a second, and you have people with no energy left. And that kind of relies on buying more energy refills or spending units, and, you know, it helps out their economy for the game. So, you know, I think it's cool. I think it's cool taking in a brand new game mode where you can just have maxed out 2 stars. You don't have to worry about rank ups, and you're worried about just building patterns, earning points for easy rewards. And then you have, you know, a weekly event quest that, you know, every week you can basically get a 1 to 2 gem if you push hard enough. And I don't know what the point, you know, is the points are going to be. I don't know how far you're going to have to push, but for now it doesn't seem like it's going to be too bad. It doesn't look like this is going to be, you know, this world ending problem. It seems like it's just a nice fun game mode, even for low end players, to be able to come on, collect easy rewards. And heck, we were even joking last night. I'm like, you know what, it's funny because I wonder how many, like, you know, like 4 or 5 year olds are playing this game. They get on the tablet and they're just going to randomly end up getting the Legends title based on luck. You know, because all you need to do is just draw the right deck. I think it's probably the most evenly matched game mode of all time because it's just RNG. I think that, you know, that's a really good, I'm not going to say a really good feature, but, you know, it's better than having to, you know, spend money to be the best at this game. And yeah, I think that being able to actually play the game and have fun is the best step in the right direction. And last night I sat on call with a bunch of people in voice chat, and we sat and kind of talked about how we felt about it and just had a good time, you know, just drafting decks, playing some good MCOC cards, some MCOC poker, and that was that. But I think that these steps that they are, you know, working towards here with the game they're good. They're very good. And I don't really have very many complaints. Like, I saw some people complaining about it. Very valid issues that, you know, 3 lanes were too much. And I'm not going to say it was too much, but I do see where they're coming from. And this can be a bit draggy for people that don't have all the time. But again, this is a monthly event quest. It would be very different if this was a weekly event quest. Like, if this quest was made for the week, then I'd be here to complain. You know, you definitely hear it from me, and I would definitely be here letting you know how I felt. But I don't feel that way. I think that this is very managed content. I think that this is honestly the best step in the right direction. And as long as they took out, you know, the fourth quest and the 6 being 2 lanes, I think that I would prefer this style here, where I get to fight the boss a few times, and that's that. Like, it gives me practice, it lets me play against this boss, it lets me, you know, take in counters. And at that time, you know, I'm not somebody who's going to plan out doing this content here. Like, I'm not going to look at my lanes and be like, oh, I need to take this guy and this guy and this guy and this guy. Like, you know, I'm not gonna plan that out for this type of content. You know, I will for Crucible, which I have Mobius and another one of our guys in the server planning out their spreadsheet for the content as well. And that's content like the, you know, Act 8 Crucible. That's what you need to do it for. But this stuff, it's fun, you know. I enjoy the challenge of having to take in somebody random to fight somebody random, and I feel like that adds a lot of experience to the game. So yeah, I'm overall positive about this, as long as they just got rid of the fourth, because, like, I can't remember who the boss was for that, and we're gonna take a look at it after, but it was draining. Like, I was like, I want to be done with this so bad. Like, I don't want to fight this person like a few times in a row. And the fact that I can't even remember who it was is exactly proving my point, because I was like, why am I fighting this guy a few times in a row? Like, it makes sense to be fighting the, you know, the new monthly boss before, you know, it hits every whales it counts. That makes sense, but this doesn't. Get rid of the 4th one. I'm fine playing this over again. Again, it's a monthly quest. You know, I'll take what I can get. I'm not gonna, you know, be too judgmental in the fact that, you know, oh, I have to play it a few more times than I'd like to. That's okay. That's okay. I don't mind putting my time into the game. Again, if this was like, you know, 3 lanes the entire time, then I'd be complaining. I don't have any patience for that. Let's swap these people out. Next up, I kind of want to talk about the new added bosses here. So we have the Maker and the High Evolutionary. The Maker, I've actually found to be a lot more difficult fighting than the High Evolutionary. And I know that sounds crazy to some people, but the High Evolutionary, I took Nick Fury against, and Nick Fury's been in the game for, you know, Lord knows how long. And he's the perfect counter. And I haven't even tried any other, like, you know, massive skill counters. Actually, yeah, I did. I took Jabari Panther in against him, and she cooked him as well. I don't understand. People are saying, oh, this is a 5 out of 5 defender. You know, there's no way you can get through. As you can see, look at that. My unblockable attack isn't even going through to him right now. You know, of course, I'm probably playing the guy wrong, but I don't really see the 5 out of 5 defensive, you know, capabilities. I know he's going to be a pain in BGs. You know, not everybody has a 7-star Nick Fury. But, you know, I feel like this, you know, I took him in with a 6-star on like one of the path lanes, and it worked well for me. Like, it worked out for me. So I have no complaints. You know, you can use the 6-star. You don't need the 7-star Nick Fury. Let's go. Come on. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, the Maker fight to me feels a lot harder. Like, I feel like, you know, there's a lot more to Dex. There's a lot more to get away from. You know, he's got a lot of these really cool buffs, and I'm such a big fan of the Maker. Like, when I saw Seaton come out with this video, I was really disappointed. He was like, this champion's ass. I don't think so. I completely disagree. I love Seaton. Nothing against him. You know, there's people that like certain champions and people that don't. I'm a big fan of the Maker. I like his, you know, abilities that he can spawn into the fights with. I like the fact that he can buff other champions, and I also just love him in the comics, so I'm probably a little biased. Actually, I'm pretty biased. I really do like the Maker. High Evolutionary, I'm not really that much of a fan of. Man, that's good. Okay. Let's see. We'll take in NTW. We'll take in Dazzler. Yep. Use Domino. I'm gonna avoid playing Onslaught at all costs. Not playing Onslaught. Won't take him up. I still have him as a 7-star at rank 1. But yeah. So, I mean, how do you guys feel about this? Do you think that you should keep the 4th quest in? Do you think that we should be keeping the, you know, 4th quest 3 path lane in? Or do you guys, you know, agree with me that we get rid of the 4th and keep the last 2? Because again, I like the practice. I think that it's a ton of fun. I think that it's a good way of, you know, facing off against the boss. I think it's good practice for the game. And I think it gives us an advantage. Oh my gosh, that was going to kill me. Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that bleed. Oh my gosh. Oh, great. I didn't choose a poison counter. Okay. We're just going to have to hit this as hard with Dazzler here. I'm actually going to use some boosts just so I don't die. Because you never know, especially here on, you know, the channel with Mr. Uncle Spider. We are not always the best when it comes to making the best decisions for champions. I personally just like to come on, you know, play competitive when I want to, and when I'm not, when I'm doing, you know, event quest stuff like this, I just want to have fun, you know. Don't want to push too hard, don't want to use the old noggin too hard, you know. I just want to sit here and enjoy my time playing. Cool. Here we go. I'm going to be the first person to ever lose against the Abomination with Dazzler. Just get ready, guys. But yeah, you know, compared to a lot of the content that's been put out in the past few years, I do feel good about this. I really don't see the downside, you know, that it's a bit longer. It's supposed to be a bit lengthy. It's monthly content, dude. So, you know, I need to use this. We're done. Gosh dang it. I should have used that before. I got greedy. I wanted to use the phase. Okay. Yep, first person to die against Abomination with Dazzler here. Perfect. Actually, let's heal up a little bit. Yeah, because we're gonna definitely get hit by the poison damage. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you guys have been playing for 10 years, some of the side quests and like monthly stuff has just been bad. Like, just like outright bad. And I don't want to be somebody who's complaining about the game all the time. Like, I get it. I've seen my comment section. You guys are like, oh, you're only complaining about this game 24/7. You never say anything good about it. Because I condone the good stuff. Wow, we are getting cooked by this poison. My goodness. 3, 4, 5. Oh my gosh. Please. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Dazzler. Oh, that was rough. I thought we were gonna have to use another revive. I was like, well, I'm cooked. But yeah, you know, I'm here to give Kabam credit when credit is due. And, you know, the thing is, it's not Kabam. It's whatever the worker is that is implementing these changes. They, as a company, have no say. And, like, you know, pointing the finger at Kabam, like, they're not just this You know, it's not just this one guy in a chair being like, I'm Kabam, I'm the evil one. Like, there's some people back there that are, you know, pulling the strings and making the choices, and I don't really know why. But, you know, I'm going to call out when things are bad, and I'm going to talk when things are good. And I think that right now, the state of the game, there's things that are bad and there's things that are good. Would you be surprised with that? I can't believe it. Oh my gosh, there's bad and good things in, you know, a game that's ever changing. And, you know, I just want to be the voice of the community here, where I can speak out and be like, hey guys, you know, this is fine, this is not. Like that deal that came out, and I have people who are like, oh, well, you're incentivizing, you know, just the players to go and spend this because you're a whale and you spent. No, guys, I enjoyed spending some of my birthday money on the game that I played. I enjoyed buying some offers, and then I had people who donated money on stream so we could open up some of the offers live. And those were all right offers. Like throughout the year, you're not going to really get better than that besides Cyber Weekend. The thing that I'm not going to spend money on is $35 on 10 Sig Stones. That stuff is where Kabam, I need to draw the line and be like, this needs to stop, because it shows that they're putting their energy into something like that. Like, instead of, I don't care, put 10 Valiant crystals for, you know, $25. Sure, let's do that. Like, even I remember the daily card that they did. It was a Valiant a day. You got like a few Valiant, it was a Valiant Nexus a day, you know, and there's some stuff for 30 days for like, it was like $30, I believe. Jack and I both bought it. He actually pulled 7 stars out of it, and a 7-star Nexus. I didn't get anything out of that. But like, I would pay $30 for that. I'm not going to incentivize this company to make bad decisions and sit here and be like, oh, good job, Kabam, you guys are doing great. I get it. It's for money. No, it's not. Somebody's behind there just being like, okay, look at these idiots. Look at these absolute morons. Watch them pick up these signature stone deals for $35. Like, first off, who's pricing $35 for anything? At first I thought that, like, you know, my game was getting locked in, like, you know, the Canada sales, which I know the game's in Canada, but I was like, do they know that I'm in America? Like, I've never seen anything in this game priced for, like, you know, $35, $25. It was like $45 or like $42 or something like that. But I just found it funny. Hey, you know, let's see how well Dark PP does against him. There we go. Got that special evade charge here. Gosh, I actually have the Maker as a 6-star, and if you guys want me to take him up, I was debating on doing a video on him, because I'm like, you know what, I need mats for my 7-star rank ups right now, but I have him as a 6-star. I might awaken him. I don't really know if he needs the awakening, but I did want to do a showcase on him. So if you guys want to see like an old school MCOC showcase on the Maker, let me know. Let me know if that's something that, you know, you guys would be down to see. If that's something that, you know, you guys would enjoy watching. Because, I mean, I would enjoy testing him out. I'd enjoy taking him into some content. I don't really know where I'd use him. I know that his abilities, you know, I can use him in war, and that's not going to change. Which I don't think it changes from 6 to 7-star. So if I can rank him up and take him into, you know, Realm Legends, I'll do so. I'll do so for a nice content video for you guys. You know, I don't mind wasting some resources taking them up. Plus, I really did want to play them already, and yeah. All right, look at all these rewards. It's about time. I have been working on this stuff for so long. Okay, nice. So we got the tier 4, we got the tier 6, we got our 6-star shards, we got our. We're 1,000. We're 1,000 away from an awakening gem. That's crazy. I actually thought that we were gonna have enough. I don't know what I can get awakening gem shards from. We do have enough for a Titan time. We have enough for 1 7-star as well. And then we got the tier 6 and we got the tier 7, which we're just a few away from having another I believe do 2 more rank 4s. Because I can rank up 1 rank, 1 rank 4 right now. I don't think I can do 2, I think it's just 1. Summoner voted champion rework, okay. I don't know what that's gonna be. I wonder what the question mark is. Okay, so now that we got that done, let's go ahead and open up these crystals, guys. Man, I really did think that we were gonna have enough awakening gem shards for that. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's take the free Valiant crystals here. Perfect. Let's get the 7-star Sig stones. There we go. We got the tier 6. Love me some extra tier 6. Nice. Catalyst form. Got another mutant. And Just for you guys. Just for you guys here. I really do want that 7-star maker. Not gonna lie. I really do want that 7-star maker. He's seriously like one of my favorite comic book champions, dude. Like I love him in the Ultimate Comics. Alright, so we're gonna be landing on a version of... Ooh, okay, that's not the maker. Okay, that's not the maker. Okay. A 6-star Falcon. Get out of here. Get out of here. Don't want to be seeing any of that. Okay. Here we go. Here's our shard crystals. Perfect. We have our Titan. We got our 6 stars. Okay, let's just go ahead. We'll do the 7-star first. There's not really anybody in this crystal in particular that I'm looking for. I actually just got Crossbones yesterday. I got him, and I need to awaken him. I think I need an awakening for him, possibly. So let's just tap this and see who I get. Anything new is good. Any first time dupe is good. And we're gonna be getting a... Oh, okay. We're awakening our Killmonger. I will take that. I'm actually a really big fan of Killmonger. Love that champion. I probably will take him up now. You know, now that he's awakened. How are we feeling about Killmonger in 2025 here? You know, the big old 2.5. How are we feeling about Killmonger in the big old 2.5 here? Perfect. So we got more Titan shards here. I said that I was only going to be opening. You know, that was my last Titan before, but of course, I want that awakening on Yelena, and I do really want Jean Grey. Gallon would be nice. Awakening on Bastion would be nice. So there's a few other reasons for me to open this. We were hoping for Jean Grey. You know what? Let's give a shout out to Heat Blast. Let's see if you can bless us for that Jean Grey, bro. That's like Heat's favorite champion right now. So I gotta get the sips from the can here. If it sounds like I'm tired, it's because it's 1:43 a.m. my time and a busy day. So. Alright, let's see. It's going to be landing on a 7-star version. Come on. Oh, yes. Okay. Okay, that's huge. Awakening Zola. That's huge. Okay. That is a first time awakening on Zola. I will take that. Oh, that's sick, actually. Okay. First time awakening on Zola. Perfect. I will take that. I don't really know if he benefits much from his awakened ability. Let's go see. Oh, that's so sick. Okay. Does that bring him up? It brings him up a little bit. Okay. Let's see. A Grasp of Hydra. Upgrade. Okay. Striking a sleeping opponent grants unblockable. Okay. I don't know. I mean, that we're already hitting him. When Zola's special attack removes each debuff deals a final burst. Okay, that's cool. So, alright, that's pretty cool. That's, you know, it does more damage. It basically does more damage. So, yeah, I'm fine with that. Gosh, he's huge. Look, he's like going over the side champion profile here. I don't know if that's glitched or not for me, but like, it looks kind of cool. Okay. Sweet. Well, we got the awakening there. We got the 7-star awakening on our Killmonger. Super cool. I think that's all. I think that's all that we have for this video. Let me make sure that there's nothing else to claim here, guys. No, I think we're good. All right. Well, that's going to be the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do want to just have a quick shout out here because we did finally, as an alliance, we hit Platinum 5, guys. So we are currently, let me check our rating. We are, let me jump over to war really quick. We've been grinding for so long for this, by the way. When I figured out that we hit Plat 5, I was freaking out. Where do I see? View leaderboards. We are currently 183. So that's pretty exciting. That's pretty exciting. I mean, top 700 alliances in the world. Super cool. Big accomplishment, guys. Finally hitting that, you know, Plat 5. So go ahead and, you know, put some GGs in the chat for our officers, Matto, Anxiety, Heat Blast, and now Mobius. They've been putting in the work, guys, in our alliance and really been spending a lot of time, you know, coming up with, you know, our war planning and everything else. So quick shout out to those guys. But yeah, that's going to be all. We also do have a sub-alliance, or not a sub-alliance, a family alliance at the moment right now, guys, and they are the Clintar Knights. So we are going to be having an alliance announcement video. We currently have 4 alliances lined up that are going to be in the Spy Tie family, in the Spider family here. So they have the tag SPYTY, and those will be our family alliances. So we're going to be announcing that very soon. Stay tuned, guys. And if you guys do want to get into these alliances or have an option to, jump into our Discord and jump into that video, because yeah, it's going to be a really good time. So post your account in the alliance waiting list, and I will see you guys next week. Thank y'all so much for watching. Have a great day. God bless y'all. Peace. So we have officially opened our members account here on YouTube. So for 99 cents, you guys can use all of these stickers in my live streams and in my comments. So if you guys want to join members and get access to exclusive videos such as me going through the antique shop with Chippy, or me going to C2E2 with Alex, or just random crystal openings that I won't upload to YouTube and exclusive content, for only 99 cents, you are able to get all of that. So stay tuned, guys, and the more members that we have, the more stickers I'm able to upload. So, you know, if you guys want to use the Magic Monkey sticker or the Diet Coke Slurp sticker, or even one of your choice, let me know in the comment section below and join for 99 cents, guys. All support to the channel is going to go right back to the game, and it helps me afford the Diet Cokes. So please, guys, don't make me not have a Diet Coke.